I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Kwadash, double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone wow, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom wa abba babal. So this is a good example of how the Israelites, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which have been scattered throughout the world in slavery, are not able to keep the law completely because us being in a wicked world under the Edomite, especially in America. All right, this is a great example of that. It says, man who was humiliated after walking in on girlfriend being intimate with another woman and killed both is headed back to trial. So this shows you that you can't carry out the righteous judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai in this world because it is wicked. All right. A woman is not to lay with another woman as she would lay with a man. Okay. So it says about women leaving the natural use. It says woman leaving the natural use. Let me see, leaving the natural use. Natural. It says in Romans 1 verse 27, and likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, burning in their lusts one toward another, men with men, but you got women with women also, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat, which they're going to get judged for it. Isaiah 3, verse 8, for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahweh, to provoke the eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance does witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, which America is spiritual Sodom. They're pushing a sodomite spirit upon the people. All right. And really, the salvation is only for the Israelites. But as you can see, this is a spiritual Sodom, And also, you can't, carry out the judgment of the Lord because the wicked are ruling. America is Babylon the Great, who are to be destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah by fire coming down from heaven, but in nuclear missile. It says, they hide it not, woe unto their soul, talking about the Israelite that follows the way of this red devil, the so-called white race that ruled the world in wickedness, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. All right? So they're going to receive the evil. All right? It says in verse 11, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. Because they're pushing a transformer, sodomite spirit upon the earth. And this is why the Lord raised up the prophets, all right, to point out the wrong of this devil. And the Lord come and fulfill the word, because he's going to bring forth that judgment, all right. In 2 Ezra 15:1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, the Israelites, the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Now, the Israelites have been scattered throughout the world in slavery, and that's why we have the unicorn, the internet, which we're able to teach this truth throughout the world for the elect's sake, and cause them to be written in paper, which we have the Bible, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. The unbelieving, fuck them, don't worry about them, that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, like that sodomite spirit. All right. And then you can't even carry forth the judgment because you're supposed to put a sodomite to death. That's according to the Bible. All right. Let me see. It says in Deuteronomy 23:17, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. See? So sodomites are not supposed to be allowed to live. All right? Or a whore, right? But I'm not saying this man here is an Israelite or his wife. I'm just showing you that we're not able to keep the law in this wicked society of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the righteous law of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We can't keep in this wicked society under Esau, the wicked, the so-called Caucasian, which you can see in this image that he's red. The so-called white man is red. All right, which this man, being a so-called Caucasian, you can see that he's red. He doesn't match the white background. He's a red person, right? Which I don't know who he is or what he is, but according to appearance, he looks like a red devil, a red Edomite. But what he did was a righteous act, but he's being condemned for it because the wicked are ruling, which the women have power over the man, and the women and the men have both went backwards, and now you can't even carry out the righteous judgment to correct it because the wicked are ruling. So the wicked are going to perish. This is the one I wanted right here in Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, so if a woman lieth with a woman like she lieth with a man, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them, which is supposed to be a horrible death, right? So a man was created to have a woman, right? That's why he has a penis, and that's why a woman was created with a vagina, to serve her man in comfort. And a man produces a lot of sperm, and that's why we are to have a lot of women to produce a lot of children. All right, but once again, in this wicked society, you know, pretty much today you could only have one woman. All right, and now, you know, these women, they're able to sleep with whatever they want and do whatever they want. So this is a wicked ass society. Leviticus 18:22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. Once again, that sodomite spirit. All right, if a woman lays with a woman, you know, that's wicked. And you see that a lot of these they call them polygamy. You know, they have multiple wives, but then they got the wives tongue kissing and shit. That's wicked. All right, the man is to be able to have multiple women, but the women ain't supposed to be fucking with each other. All right, you're supposed to be dealing with them individually. You know, having sex with them and then cleansing yourself to have sex with your wife after. The next wife, you know, whichever, however you're running it. All right? Because we're going to have sex with multiple women, you know, but there's a cleansing you got to do. You know, you got to wash your ass, you know. You're not supposed to be having orgies and shit like that. It says... that was the point. You know, the point was made. That is Romans 1 and verse 26. For this cause Yahweh and his son Yahushai gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature. So they went from being with a man to being with a woman. All right, instead of having children to having no children. You see, these are vile affections. And the Lord's going to destroy them. All right, just like he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, it was an example of what was to come to America. America is spiritual Sodom. It says in Jude 1, which Jude is 1 chapter, verse 7, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, in like manner giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire, which this time it's going to be done by nuclear missile, according to the biblical prophecy that was given to us in the word of Yahweh, and it's going to happen at the return of Yahushai. And the sign that these things are coming, right, the end of this wicked-ass place at the return of Yahushai, is that implantable microchip being made mandatory for buying and selling worldwide. All right? That's going to mark the return of Yahushai when they start making that mandatory for buying and selling worldwide. Shalom to the elect wa abababal.